Hello everybody. Welcome back to my Let's Play of Mass Effect 2 Legendary Edition. RK Craig here. We're going to be heading off to the Citadel real quick just to speak with our mentor, Counselor Anderson, and then we will be, of course, picking up Kasumi, and then heading to Omega, and we'll see what we do there. Let's go. Nope, we're not going either there nor here just yet. Off to the Citadel. Let's go see Rex. Not just yet. Oh yeah. No, I want. Does it do like Mass Effect 3? Where I think so. That once you visit the Citadel, it just fills your gas tank, your fuel tank. I think so. We'll soon find out. Yeah, that's fine. Fine. Though I did see that in the playback that she does get clipping with her hair through the with this hoodie, but I could either, of course, you just change it out, or just that's her hair flowing into it, in around it. I don't know, whatever. Not that big a deal, I guess. Back here after 2 years. Definitely not the same special moment coming back to it is the first time you ever see it, though. That's a pretty magical moment. That first time. All right. And for now, we'll be taking these two. A little bit of pull. And a little bit more service operative. Miranda, man, she's very useful. She's basically a sentinel. Like she helps in so many ways with her powers. Warp, of course, dealing with armor or barriers, and Overload, of course, dealing with shields. And it's like, man, she's useful pretty much in any type of situation. So, yeah, that. All right.
Commander Shepard, enter the password and receive a free gift.
We'll let her little spiel play out a little bit and hear what she has to say. We ignore her.
Problems with collectors? Try Kasumi's credit services.
Maybe. Come on, Kasumi. I know you got plenty more to say. And sometimes that audio plays out, and sometimes it don't. It is part of a mod that restored that, because that was in the original game, and it got removed for whatever reason in the Legendary Edition.
Just enter your password for a fabulous prize package worth millions of credits.
But yeah, so let her play out her little spiel. We'll also be.
Okay, really? How many times can you walk by without stopping?
We'll also listen to the spiel over there from him, because that's pretty awesome. Talk to her briefly.
Shepard,
we'll kind of do
you
things.
do have the password, right?
Yes, yes. Uh, we aren't basically leaving this first level.
Commander Shepard, enter the password
After
and
that,
receive
we'll be
a free
back
gift.
and done and off to Omega before you know it. Yeah, go ahead and speak to me now.
Please tell me your password, Commander Shepard.
I like Sumi a lot. She is a very playful and fun-spirited personality. Personally, like.
Silence is golden.
Good to finally meet you, Commander Shepard. Kasumi Goto. I'm a fan.
And of course, between like her and Zaid, though, you just don't get the same. It's kind of a precursor, obviously, to what they did so much with in Mass Effect 3, where you don't get the kind of basically like a cutscene where you can go into this like having a dialogue with them. Where you just keep hitting talk basically, and I'll tell you something. So that end of it was a little bit disappointing with both of them, but still, I like Sumi's personality. Um, you've been briefed.
Has Cerberus filled you in on the mission?
Honestly, I'm shocked they didn't come to see me sooner. My fault for being hard to find, I guess.
What's with all the secrecy? I mean, kind of obvious, but we'll go ahead and ask.
What's with the password and the sneaking around? Are you in trouble or something?
I'm the best thief in the business, not the most famous. Need to watch my step to keep it that way. I also needed to make sure all this was legit. And I have no doubts now. You're the real Commander Shepard.
How are you so sure about that?
What makes you so sure?
There's a certain aura about you. Like you've seen things no one else has. Even without knowing what you looked like, I knew it was you.
Hmm? You're cool joining Cerberus, this terrorist organization?
What brought you to Cerberus?
That's a bit of a story. Short version, they were looking for me, so I trailed them to find out why. Turns out they were looking for someone to join you on an important mission, and were offering a serious signing bonus. I had a thing I needed help with, so I made them a deal. And here we are.
Yeah, you do gotta wonder how much the loose man, really told her about what the likelihood of surviving this would be. I mean, yeah, she needs help with the thing, and he's going to, basically say, yeah, Shep will help you with that. We'll be sending you on a suicide mission thereafter, though. Now tell me what this deal is?
I assume this deal is something I should know about.
Yeah, I guess it slipped their minds.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking for my old partner's gray box. A man named Donovan Hawk took it, and I'm planning to get it back.
Yeah. Who's this Donovan Hawk character?
What do you know about Donovan Hawk?
Mr. Hawk is a well-respected businessman. Arms dealer, murderer, generally not a great guy. His mansion's famous for being hard to crack, but I have a way in, and I think you're gonna love it.
And I do. It's a fun mission. It was definitely something different from Mass Effect, like on this little mini heist. Yeah, you expecting trouble?
I doubt Hawk's the kind of guy who takes kindly to people sneaking into his house.
I always expect trouble. That's why you're here.
All right. Can you tell me about this heist?
What's this heist you're planning?
Not here, Shepard. You'll get a briefing when the time comes. I need time to nail down the details anyway. I've taken the liberty of getting you some evening wear, though. You want to look presentable.
Oh, joy. All right. What is this gray box you speak of?
I assume a gray box is some kind of hardware.
It's a neural implant. Illegal in most places. Stores memories, thoughts, secret codes, illicit information. This one in particular belonged to my partner, Keiji Okuda. We worked together for a long time, before Hawk killed him.
All right. So tell me about your partner.
Tell me about this former partner of yours.
His name was Keiji Okuda, the best hacker and entryman I've ever known. Unfortunately, he slipped up and made himself infamous. He stole something he shouldn't. He warned me it was bad, something that could spark interstellar war if it got out. That information got him killed.
You have any idea what it said?
What could he have found that's so bad?
He wouldn't say what it was, just that it was dangerous. He said if it got out, humanity would be in trouble. He encrypted it, wrapped it up in his own memories. To decode the information, you have to sift through all the time we spent together. Now those memories are all that's left of him.
Yeah, I could see why you'd be definitely keen on getting that back.
I can understand why you'd want to get it back.
Getting it back will be easier with your help, Shepard.
All right, I think that it does it. All right, welcome to the team, Kasumi.
If that's what Cerberus promised you, we'll get it done.
It'll be fun. And if we're lucky, you won't even have to draw your gun.
Oh, but I will.
We should probably wrap this up. You look pretty silly standing there talking to an advertisement. See you on the ship, Shepard.
Nope, I'm gonna see you sooner than that. sending Jacob to the bench. Sorry, Jacob. Your number's been called, man. Bring it in. Let's see. What should we get? Kasumi. I like those a lot, but I wish she wouldn't wear the mask. I wish you could see her face. I don't know if I've seen her in that one yet. Might try that one out. There's a few here where you could actually see her face. I like that. There will be additions to these characters as well, as I unlock stuff and as of course with their loyalty they gain another one. But all right, Kasumi. I'll give you that one. Give you an N7 just so why not? And of course Kasumi. Yeah, she looks in her new outfit if I can get a look at her.
This recruits is a 20-kilo ferrous slug. Feel the weight. Every
cool.
5 seconds, the main gun of an
Here we go.
Everest-class dreadnought accelerates 1 to 1.3% of light speed. It impacts with the force of a 38-kiloton bomb. That is 3 times the yield of the city buster dropped on Hiroshima back on Earth. That means Sir Isaac Newton is the deadliest son of a bitch in space. Now, Serviceman Burnside, what is Newton's first law?
Sir, an object in motion stays in motion, sir.
No credit for partial answers, maggot!
Sir, unless acted on by an outside force, sir.
Damn straight! I dare to assume you ignorant jackasses know that space is empty. Once you fire this hunk of metal, it keeps going till it hits something. That can be a ship, or the planet behind that ship. It might go off into deep space and hit somebody else in 10,000 years.
He's not wrong.
If you pull the trigger on this, you are ruining someone's day, somewhere and sometime. That is why you check your damn targets. That is why you wait for the computer to give you a damn firing solution. That is why, Serviceman Chung, we do not eyeball it. This is a weapon of mass destruction. You are not a cowboy shooting from the hip. Sir, yes, sir.
That's a freaking brilliant rant, man. I love it. I'll come before he starts talking again. I don't want to interrupt it. I do want you guys to keep that in mind. That speech that he's given there at the very end of Mass Effect 3, when we're got our whole fleet approaching Earth, and then we start firing on all the Reapers that are between us and Earth. All those missed shots are going to be, of course, going right onto the planet, aren't they? Like, or do they burn up in the atmosphere somehow? I gotta imagine that power behind those shots that they get through and are just destroying Earth further. But I don't know. That's just my thought of when I see the fleet arrive and start firing on the not all shots are landing, but I don't know. You got more to say?
This recruits is a 20-kilo ferrous slug. Feel the weight. Every
Yeah,
5
don't
seconds,
just
the main
repeat.
gun of an Everest-class dreadnought accelerates 1 to 1.3% of light speed.
All right.
I'm
Let's
sorry.
see what's said
Can
here.
I help you, ma'am?
The security seems a bit heavy.
It's been a couple years since I passed through here. Security seems to have tightened a bit.
After the Geth attack, there was a review of security protocol. A few minor changes were made to reduce the risk of Geth infiltration. We apologize for the inconvenience.
Oh, we'll be returning to this conversation when we have Legion with us. I do like the hoodie, but I do wish it didn't have as much shade on the Kasumi's eyes. I'd like to see that it showed more of her face there.
Thanks
but
for your time.
Next.
that's all right. We'll let her rock it for a little bit. That, of course, is Liara's outfit with the hoodie.
Obviously, security has tightened since you were last here.
Shut it down. Commander Shepard, sorry. Officially, ma'am, only CSEC are allowed to have weapons on the Citadel now.
No, you didn't take mine though. I'm still a Spectre as far as I know.
But I'm an exception, right?
Actually, you are. We got word from the CSEC Executor's office that you should be allowed to keep your weapons.
That's surprising. Executor Palin didn't seem to like me last time I was here.
Palin? He was killed by Geth in the Battle of the Citadel. CSEC's current commander is Decian Chelik. He said you tend to find trouble and you need to be armed.
He sounds observant.
Sorry for the inconvenience, ma'am. Our scanners are picking up false readings. They seem to think you're dead.
This is annoying, but I mean, basically going through customs here, so we'll just be forthright.
I was listed as missing in action a couple years ago.
Would you mind checking in with my captain? He can reinstate you in our system. He's just past the scanners on your right.
All right.
You'll have to make him scream a little. He's not gonna tell you everything just because you ask.
I know, sir.
If you don't have the stomach or you're worried about being reported, I can take care of it.
No, sir. I can handle it.
Hey, what we got going on over here? Yep. Renegade for stealing. Shep's got sticky fingers being around Kasumi's already had bad influence on her. Yeah, Kasumi's getting a little closer to Kasumi. Kinda like the guy, huh? Mr. Bailey. Alright, well, Bailey's a pretty cool character. He's a little, little shady, but still he seems like a down-to-earth kind of guy. Of course, we'll see him in Mass Effect 3 as well. But I like him, and he's voiced another show that I've not watched, but I've heard. He's voiced by the guy from Battlestar Galactica, but I don't know the show and I don't know the character that he did. But I've heard that he does, I guess, maybe it was an important character within it, but a well-known one. And he's also, of course, the voice of the Doctor in New Vegas that he doesn't dig you out of the hole, but he's a help doctor, kind of brushes you up and cleans you up and sends you out in the world and gives you your hit boy. Anyway, let's stop.
Yes, I
Doc-
see the
Doc
problem
Mitchell,
already,
okay.
Commander Shepard. My console says you're dead.
So you identify me, huh?
You're not worried I'm some imposter claiming to be me?
We have the best screening equipment in the galaxy. Those scanners can sample DNA from skin flakes. Hell, if you have unregistered gene mods, they can even figure those out.
Well, yeah, we could just have them, stay under the radar, but no, this is something you can fix.
Your sergeant said you could help with that.
Usually you'd have to go through the station security administration to reactivate your IDs. Then to customs and immigration to regain access to the Citadel itself, and probably a stop by the Treasury. Spending a year dead is a popular tax dodge. But I can see you're a busy woman. So how about I just press this button right here, and we call it done?
Is that legal?
Couldn't one of us or both of us get into trouble for that?
There's no way to fool the DNA scanners in that tunnel. You're you. Why wait in long lines and fill out a mass of useless hard copy paperwork to get to the same place? The Council does everything by the book. They've had thousands of years to write it. Sometimes things need to get done without a committee vote.
Well, I mean, as we stated, Shep came from the streets on Earth, and she did deal with criminal elements, and she hasn't always been, she's definitely much more on the straight and narrow now. She does believe in due process, but there is still a little bit of her that, yeah, she's gonna go ahead and just have him do it, because she can see the practicalness of well, her time is limited and she has an important mission that got to be taking a higher priority than having to run around dealing with bureaucracy. So, yeah, ends justify the means and all that, I guess. But go ahead and do it.
That'd be great.
Done. You're good to go. You should head up to the Presidium, though. The Council would probably like to know that one of their lost specters is still kicking.
Yep, and that's what I'll be doing. I mean, Shep's somewhat familiar with the Citadel now, but she'll go ahead and just ask him, get some orientation from this exact position of how to get there.
What's the easiest way to get to the Presidium from down here?
Head back through the security checkpoint and take a public shuttle.
All right. Yep, that's my plan.
I will. Having access to the Council and the Spectre's resources would be useful.
Yeah. The Council can get anything. Best thing about working CSEC is that any equipment, information, or money you need, you get. Anyway, something else you need? Or can I get back to work?
Yeah, and see, and that's the other thing about like bypassing all that. Shep is a Spectre. Like she's, I mean, as far as she knows, that hasn't changed. I mean, yeah, I guess technically she was dead, but I mean, she's still her. So in her mind, she still has that same authority that she did. Yeah, what's gone on since Sovereign's attack?
It looks like most of the damage from Sovereign's attack has been repaired.
The Presidium was pretty shot up, of course. They fixed that first. All the wards got hit with debris when the ship exploded. Most of the damage was superficial, and the Keepers got things restored fast. Tasery Ward got the worst. A big chunk hit near the Dillanaga concert hall. They're still clearing wreckage and trying to get power restored.
Dillanaga, the matriarch whose writings we picked up. Imagine the same. Can you tell me about Zakara Ward?
Tell me about this place.
All the wards are more or less multicultural, but the other four are dominated by Asari, Turians, or Solarians. In Zakira, we've got major enclaves of Volus, Elcor, and Hanar. There's also a human commercial zone at Shinakiba. We've got a few Krogan walking around, and I think I saw a Quarian the other day.
Yep, the Krogan will be looking for the fish, and the Quarians being hassled by an officer and by a Volus. Alright, about the humans within CSEC.
Last time I was here, there were no human captains in CSEC.
The CSEC took a lot of casualties when the Geth boarded the Presidium. The Special Response Division was hard hit. They stopped turning their noses up at human resumes. They needed bodies in uniform, and we had the most experienced bodies.
Well, worked out well for us on that end then. What was that about roughing up suspect?
I overheard your conversation. Make him scream a little?
This isn't a Presidium. All they have to worry about are protesters outside their free speech zones or someone's poodle crapping on the grass. Down here, we have drugs, organized crime, and murder. Policing a ward is like policing New York City. Sometimes you have to work outside the council's rulebook.
Yep, Bailey's definitely a pragmatic kind of guy. Is this basically the same question I'm asked? I imagine it is, but we will do it just to see.
I need to talk to the council. How can I get to the Presidium from here?
Yeah.
Head through the security checkpoint.
All right, man. Thank you so much.
I should be going.
You need anything else, let me know.
Yep, we'll be having dealings with you again later. A couple of companions. We'll be checking with her later. We'll deal with the Krogans later. Now, all we're going to be doing is hitting up this shop there to get the food, and then over there to basically be getting our space hamsters. That's the key to victory in defeating the Reapers. Gotta have space hamsters.
This is the best place for food on Zakara Ward.
You heard wrong. This is the best place for food on the whole damn Citadel.
Really? Alright. Yeah, I don't really get nothing out of these books. As I say, Kelly will look after him. I think you don't have to flirt with her, but I think once you buy fish, she'll ask you to basically she'll look after him. But I'll go ahead and just get this to ensure that, and we'll get the food. Either way, that is a separate mod with the, which of course was a cool feature that they added in the third game to getting the VI fish feeder. Got Krogan over there looking for fish. We'll deal with them at a later date. We'll go ahead and look to get a discount, of course.
Good day, my friends. Welcome to the Citadel.
What if I would like to make some purchases?
I'd like to buy something.
My apologies. I do not make sales. I'm here to answer questions and process returns and exchanges. To make a purchase, browse our electronic catalog over there.
Okay. Citadel Souvenirs?
These stores are owned by the Citadel, right?
That's correct. Citadel Souvenirs outlets are owned by the council government. The profits generated by sales are used to maintain the station. We offer an assortment of decorations suitable for display in your personal quarters.
Mm-hmm. Now, Shep's going to, of course, go about being a complete sellout and saying every store is her favorite.
Since these stores are owned by the council, do government employees get a discount?
Yes, in fact. What's your position?
I'm a former Spectre.
My goodness, I didn't know Spectres quit. I don't
Yeah.
believe you qualify for a discount,
kidding.
though.
How about if I throw in an endorsement from the woman who defeated Saren?
You are Shepard? My goodness. The increase in sales would certainly be worth offering a discount.
What do you need me to do?
Just voice your endorsement into my console.
I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite store on the Citadel.
Excellent. I will get my clerical VI to add it to our advertising immediately.
Yep, this is my favorite one of all the places. All right, Space Hamster it is. Okay, so you buy some different clothing and gear. The models, which I'll go ahead and buy, because why not? Up, and we're gonna have our first fish. All right, there's some more clothing in here.
So
This
do you
is
want to get one
mod
of the
related.
fish, or maybe a model ship?
I do kind of like these, but I ain't gonna get that right now. Like I said, we ain't looking to do too much purchasing.
How is a model ship supposed to remind me of the Citadel?
It's festive, and you like ships.
I'm an engineer, honey. I look at ships all day.
Doesn't really want to be reminded of work all the time, I guess. All right. Good seeing you, Bailey. We'll be back at some point. Like I said, we will do an episode where we're basically really dedicated to the new Citadel and
I'm sorry, but
looking
I can't
into
let
stuff.
you board the shuttle with that.
But this is a ceremonial item of my people.
Sir, it's a 15-centimeter serrated blade.
You humans are all racist.
All right. Right away with the accusation. That was fast. Okay, let's go ahead and see the council. So we gotta get video.
This meeting would be more productive if Udina was to join us.
No one.
My advisor is unavailable. As counselor, I represent the voice of humanity and the Alliance. Shepard will be here and... Oh, Commander. We were just talking about you.
Yeah. What else I got? Yes, I mean it's definitely great to see an old friend. This is something Shepard was definitely looking forward to after 2 years. I mean, it probably didn't feel like 2 years for Shep, but certainly was 2 years for Anderson. And this is, as I said, has been her mentor and someone that had her back from the beginning. So Shep isn't the person or in the position she is without him. And as I said too about as far as Shepard's concerned, she was still a Spectre. Hearing that lady say she's a former Spectre, that's kind of like news to her and shocking to her because she hasn't given up that status, and it, definitely needs to be reinstated if that's the case.
It's been a long time, Anderson. I hope the last couple years have treated you right.
There have been some rough spots. It's good to have you back.
We've heard many rumors surrounding your unexpected return. Some of them are unsettling.
We called this meeting so you could explain your actions, Shepard. We owe you that much. After all,
And a
you
bit
saved
more.
our lives in the battle against Saren and his Geth.
Hmm. You guys owe me everything, man. But yeah, do I want to throw that in their face right here, or yeah, basically, I need you guys to help, and that does to me kind of seem like the yeah, I don't answer to you guys. You kind of do if you still want to be a Spectre and you still consider yourself a Spectre, but yeah, humans are being abducted. That's the bigger picture here.
The Collectors are abducting human colonists in the Terminus systems. Worse, we think they're working for the Reapers.
The Terminus systems are beyond our jurisdiction. Your colonists knew this when they left Council space.
You're missing the important part, Counselor. The Reapers are involved.
Ah yes, Reapers. The immortal race of sentient starships allegedly waiting in dark space. We have dismissed that claim.
Shepard, no one else encountered the hologram on Ilos that told you the truth about the Reapers. Only you and your crew ever spoke with Sovereign. I believe you. But without evidence from another source, the others think Saren was behind the Geth attacks.
The reason why I was kind of laughing at the training counselor there, because of course that's becomes such a meme. Ah, yes, we have dismissed this claim. But yeah, it's kind of well. And we do see in the Citadel DLC in the archives too that they know full well that it was Reapers. They're just basically now just doing a cover up and trying to, not going to publicly acknowledge it and just try and play it down. So even here, though, in this setting, they're not going to acknowledge it. They're just going to play dumb. And the thing is, too, I made reference to this in the towards the end of the first game about how, okay, Vigil isn't working anymore, but through a dialogue with Ashley, that we didn't choose whatever option led to this, but there is a point where she'll admit to saying that, well, our suits do have, cameras on them, basically. So the arm, if Shep was wearing, cam, like, why didn't it pick up on her conversations with Vigil and with Sovereign? It should have, but apparently not. It's never brought up that way. So when it's done this way, it's basically, saying that it is Shepard's word here, but they do have the evidence of Sovereign that reigned everywhere, and they're bullshitting now. Why would the Geth follow Saren?
Saren was an organic. The Geth would never accept him as their leader. They only followed him because he was Sovereign's agent.
Saren was a compelling and charismatic individual. He convinced the Geth the Reapers were real, just as he convinced you.
It was part of his plan to attack the Citadel. The Reapers are just a myth, one you insist on perpetuating.
We believe that you believe it, but that doesn't make it true.
What would charisma have to do with convincing AIs, machines? Like, would they? I can't picture charisma playing any effect on them. Yeah, about Vigil or Sovereign.
Go back to Ilos and talk to Vigil. Or just look at what's left of Sovereign. It's obvious the technology is more advanced than ours.
The hologram on Ilos is no longer functional, and we have found nothing to suggest that Sovereign was not a Geth creation.
The Geth are capable of remarkable technological achievements. This is probably why Saren recruited them.
This Reaper theory proves just how fragile your mental state is. You have been manipulated by Cerberus, and before them, by Saren.
They just don't want to help here at all, unfortunately. I mean, maybe part of it is they see it as, political firestorm if they were to get involved with Shepard, who's working with Cerberus, that there would be blowback, and they don't want to be seen. In that sense, I could hardly blame them that they don't want to be seen working with the terrorist organization. I could definitely have ramifications for them. So, but I do deserve better than this. I saved your lives. I've stopped Saren. I stopped Sovereign. Come on, give me some respect here. Come on.
I kept Saren from conquering the Citadel. I sacrificed human lives to save this council.
We are in a difficult position, Shepard. You are working for Cerberus, an avowed enemy of the Council. This is treason, a capital offense.
That's too far. Shepard is a hero. I'm on this council too, and I won't let this whitewash continue.
Maybe there is a compromise. Not a public acknowledgement given your ties, but something to show peripheral support.
Shepard, if you keep a low profile and restrict your operations to the Terminus systems, the Council is willing to offer you reinstatement as a Spectre.
I mean, I won't be keeping a low profile, nor will I be sticking just to the Terminus systems, but if that's what you guys want to hear, then that's what I'm going to tell you. So yeah, you're willing to reinstate me?
What does that mean? Will I need to start filing reports?
That won't be necessary. This is a show of good faith on our part.
We cannot become involved in an investigation regarding the missing colonies in the Terminus systems, but Spectre reinstatement shows our support of you personally.
At the end of the day, Shepard was honored to be the first human Spectre, and she's still honored, of course, to continue doing that. To have his support, that means everything. That nods it right there. It says it all.
I accept your offer. It's good to have the Council on my side.
Good luck with your investigation, Shepard. We hope for a quick resolution and a quick end to your relationship with Cerberus.
Yep.
Well, that went better than expected. You realize the Council's offer is just symbolic. They won't actually do anything.
Yeah, I'm afraid so. But indeed, there's definitely no need to burn those bridges. We may need their help at some point.
Even if they don't help, I might as well stay on good terms.
True enough. Don't worry about the Council or the Alliance. I'll find some way to keep them off your back. Shouldn't be too hard, as long as you keep to the terminus systems.
Nope.
Anderson, we need to talk about... Shepard. What are you doing here?
Well, for one, I'm gonna be going to go see Rex on Chunkin. That's not in terminus system. So I'm not just sticking to the terminus. And also, is Ilium in the terminus systems? I'm not sure. I don't think so. I think it's on the edge of Asari space, or it's just outside of it, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm visiting my friend, my pal, my mentor. Not you.
Stop by to see how Anderson was doing.
You don't have to cover for me. I invited Shepard here to speak with the council. We just finished our meeting.
You what? Consular, do the words political shitstorm mean anything to you?
Hey, I'm not taking lip from you. You're also my cook and my plumber. You settle down, buddy. Yeah. Udina, man. He's just an asshole. Yeah, I don't deal in politics. Yeah, and take it easy. This meeting went just fine.
The council reinstated my Spectre status. They're just happy I'm staying out in the terminus systems.
Yes, I could see how that arrangement works best for both sides. But you really shouldn't have taken a step like this without consulting with me first, Counselor.
I don't answer to you, Udina. Why don't you go to your office and think about that for a while?
Send him to his room.
Counselor. Good day to both of you.
Been a bad boy.
Sorry about
Sent to your room.
Udina's never gotten over the fact that I got the council position instead of him.
Yep, I bet.
Sometimes I need to put him in his place.
Yep. I do. I love that. I just treat him like a child, man. Yeah, you should. You honestly should fire him, though. Guy's a piece of shit.
What do you keep him around for?
He's got his uses. And if you want something done on the Citadel, he knows who can make it happen. Plus, he's always happy to attend all those formal diplomatic functions I can't be bothered with.
I mean, that may be, but how can you be sure he's doing things that are, not undermining you because he wants your position? Tell me about the damage that was sustained here on the Citadel.
How long did it take to get this place back up to speed after the battle?
Still counting. The main areas of commerce and the most populated wards are complete. But estimates for total restoration are sitting around 5 years. The Keepers always surprise us, though. It's like our repairs are annoying. We'll put up an ugly new bulkhead, and in a few days, they've made it seamless. We never really thought of them as heavy lifters, and I have no idea where they get the resources. But we'd never get done without them.
Yep. And what about the remains of Sovereign?
I'm surprised no one can tell Sovereign isn't Geth technology. Didn't they examine the wreckage?
We don't have much to look at. Pieces of it rained all over the station. It was chaos, with who knows how many species combing the wards for their dead. We secured as much of it as we could. But between the Keepers and a whole lot of unauthorized salvage, there's no way to account for even half of that thing. Another reason why they don't want to acknowledge what Sovereign was.
Yep. About the war with the Geth?
Last I knew, we were still fighting holdouts.
Here and there. But they are increasingly disorganized. It's long since stopped being called a war. More like cleanup. Not that you can ever discount them. But we haven't had serious casualties for months. A civilian ship will spot an enclave and we send in a squad to clear it. They're not quite the boogeymen they used to be.
Okay, and have you heard anything on Caden Alenko? And I think we can ask him now about Caden, but I think also when we, after Horizon, we can come back and ask him, because he didn't, he isn't fully, divulging everything about Caden here, and that's because Caden's, it's classified, and that would be on a need-to-know basis, I imagine, and we're Cerberus, so.
What happened to Staff Lieutenant Alenko after the Normandy was destroyed?
Staff Commander Alenko is still with the Alliance. But he's working on a special mission. It's classified. I can't say any more. Not while you're working with Cerberus, I'm sorry.
No, that's understandable. And most importantly, though, sir, how have you been?
How have the last couple years treated you?
Serving on the council isn't how I plan to spend my twilight years. Sometimes it feels like I'm just beating my head against a wall. Knowing the truth about Sovereign is brutal. It's nightmare stuff.
Yep.
I can't blame others for not wanting to believe it, but I know how important it is. So I keep trying. Fighting the good fight, right?
I wish that he would take us up on this, and we know how much he hates being a politician, so we'll at least make the offer to him.
Forget Udina and the council. Join my crew and help me stop the collectors.
Yep.
I'm too old to go racing across the galaxy. Much as I complain, I've got an important job to do here. The front line. That's got to be yours.
No, I'd love to have you just for your leadership and your council. Direct council would be nice to have him on board, but understandable. All right, sir. Good seeing you.
I better go.
Of course, Shepard, I understand. I wish I could do more to help you. But if you ever want to talk, I'll be here. Just do me a favor and be careful. You can't trust Cerberus.
No, you can't, and I don't. But cool, we got some Spectre gear now. I believe there is a mod, either out or in the works or something, about that basically kind of lets you run around in this area. I think. I've never installed it though, because it may conflict with some of my other mods. I can't remember the full extent of it, because say I don't have it, but I think he's got a picture of. Yeah, there we go. Haley Sanders. Pretty nice. Cameron is his old girl. All right, so we will now be heading to Omega. We direct flight now. We aren't going to recruit Zaid right away. We will before we're done with Omega. We will be, but we're going to head on a recruitment mission there on Omega before we do that, because I want to get that done. Already taking longer than I would have liked right there on.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
You said that last time and there wasn't. Let's see if you're on this time. Yep. All right, you were right. There we go. Samesh Bhatia, which was the man who lost his wife on Eden Prime. We spoke with him. Recover his wife's body there with Ashley Williams. Nice touch. Try her in that one next time. She's still wearing that hoodie, so it'll probably virtually be the same thing. But we'll take a look at her in that when we get down there. I do want to. Let me see. There's a. Yeah. Another. These were a couple of things that were going to be a part of the game, but they were removed, and so now Ship's just added. I think they boost her health, and I can't remember what else, but something to help. So now we're off to Omega. Let's look and see if it boosted our fuel. Huh. So yep. Going to the Citadel doesn't refuel your tank apparently. Not in this game, but it does in the third. But I think I have an infinite fuel, and as you can see how quickly the ship moves now too. This of course due to another mod. Okay, Omega's way up there, of course. See, this is that mod that was on the map there on the first game. I do like that it would list for you what what's in these areas, and kind of list for you, okay, Project Overlord's in there, and as we get stuff they'll be listing here. But one thing I wish it would have added and was how it listed everything that's in there, so because sometimes if there's more than one thing you wouldn't know. Oh, it would say okay, the convict, but know of any other missions in here, how they have several listed. It's really helpful. Maybe eventually the mod maker of that one will add that. Because nevertheless, it is a terrific mod, and one I wouldn't want to play without. we'll eventually be heading up there to the Normandy crash site here as well very soon. All right, let's land in Omega. Oh, nope, we're good. Now I'm not going to be doing any exploration of Omega right now either. We're going to head straight to speak with Arya. I'm going to get right into the recruitment mission. Yep. All gals team for now. And I freaking love Shadow Strike. Shadow Strike is awesome. We do want her to have at least a bit of that, but I'm going to go ahead and just max her out already on that. I like the Rapid Strike. The quicker come up, the better.
Welcome to Omega. You're new here, aren't you? I can always tell. Allow me to... Oh, hello, Mocklin. I was just...
Leave, Fargate. Now.
Of course, Mocklin. Whatever she wants.
Blasted scavengers. Welcome to Omega, Shepard.
You know who I am?
Of course. We had you tagged the moment you entered the Terminus systems. You're not as subtle as you think. Arya wants to know what brings a dead Spectre to Omega. I suggest you go to Afterlife now and present yourself.
And I'm good and ready. I am going to, but we're not going to just give him the satisfaction on that, though.
I'll talk to your boss when I'm damn well ready.
Then you'd better get ready. No one keeps Arya waiting. Afterlife now.
I'm receiving quarantine warnings about the slums where Dr. Morton Solus runs the clinic. Anticipate resistance at the transport station. I have also accessed messages between mercenary groups regarding plans to deal with the Archangel. There's a recruiting station at Afterlife that may have information on him.
We'll be looking into Zaid, like I say, after.
Shut it.
Shepard, here's her jam. Sorry about that. Let me pause this pause bark. Alright, sorry about that. I think my sister just arrived again. So, shout out to my sister. Love you, sis. Alright. Nope. No one's paying attention to you, bud. But yeah, we're not gonna explore. Ooh. Everyone always likes that. You know who I am. I think hopefully we'll be able to deal with them after. But... Alright, it is so beautiful. Yep. Alright. Got a couple of things we need there then. One night with Arya. Hello. Hi, y'all.
That's close enough.
Stand still.
Nope. She does not. Shepard does not like being scammed at all, as we know from the first game. Nope.
Try it and you'll be scanning the inside of your colon. I'd almost pay to see that, but it's not an option. You want to talk, you get scanned.
Yeah, see, this sucks, man. Shepard's got no way out, and it's obvious why. But yeah, if you insist, but I oppose this strongly.
All you had to do was ask. I don't ask. I was told you're the person to talk to if I have questions.
They're clean.
Depends on the questions. You run Omega? am Omega. But you need more. Everyone needs more something, and they all come to me. I'm the boss, CEO, queen, if you're feeling dramatic. It doesn't matter. Omega has no titled ruler and only one rule. Don't fuck with Arya.
Yeah, I can identify with that. I get that.
Sounds like neither of us likes being jerked around. And on your ship, that would matter. Here,
It matters everywhere.
we entertain my preferences.
Mm-hmm.
So, what can I do for you?
Yeah, I'm not gonna get into all this, not just yet. We will. But for now, can you tell me about Archangel?
I'm trying to track down Archangel. You and half of Omega. You want him dead too?
Half of Omega, huh?
Why is everyone after him? He thinks he's fighting on the side of good. There is no good side to Omega. Everything he does pisses someone off. It's catching up to him.
I need his help, though.
I'm putting a team together. He's on my list. Interesting. You're gonna make some enemies teaming up with Archangel. That's assuming you can get to him. He's in a bit of trouble right now.
Please explain.
What kind of trouble? The local merc groups have joined forces to take him down. They've got him cornered, but it sounds like they're having trouble finishing him off. They've started hiring anybody with a gun to help them. That could be our way in. They're using a private room for recruiting. Just over there. I'm sure they'll sign you up.
Can you tell me about these groups that are after him?
Which merc groups are after Archangel? Blue Suns, Eclipse, Blood Pack. They're Omega's major players. Unless they're at war, you'll never see them together. But one thing they hate more than each other is Archangel.
What can you tell me about him?
What can you tell me about Archangel? Not as much as I'd like. He showed up here several months ago and started causing all sorts of problems. If you make your own laws, which everyone here does, he makes life difficult. He's reckless and idealistic. But he seems to know enough to stay clear of me.
All right, thanks.
I appreciate the help. See if you still feel that way when the mercs realize you're here to help him.
I will go ahead and get this started as well, although we are going after Archangel.
I'm looking for Morden Solus. Do you know where I can find him? The Solarian doctor? Last I heard, he was trying to help plague victims in the quarantine zone. I always liked Morden. He's as likely to heal you as he is to shoot you.
Yep, and of course, it's pretty much alluded to by Morden in the Citadel DLC with the little note audio thing we find of Morden, where alluded to the AM and Arya hooked up. So, yeah, you know him?
What can you tell me about him? Used to be part of the Solarian Special Tasks Group. He's brilliant and dangerous. Just don't get him talking. He never shuts up. If you really need to find him, take a shuttle to the quarantine zone. No guarantee they'll let you in, of course.
All right. Thanks.
Thanks for the information. Yes. Just try not to bring the plague back with you.
No promises. Anyway, go ahead and speak right here to the recruiters.
I hear you're recruiting.
Why don't you step inside? You'll get paid when the job's done, just like everyone else. Who's next? Well, aren't you sweet? You're in the wrong place, honey. Strippers' quarters are that way.
God damn.
Show me yours, tough guy. I bet mine's bigger.
Impressive. So, you're here to fight then?
Sure.
You could say that.
Standard fee is 500 credits each. You get paid when the job's
Wow.
done. If you die, your friends don't collect your share. You'll need your own weapons and armor. Looks like you got that covered. And no, this does not make you a member of the Blue Suns, Eclipse, or the Blood Pack. You are a freelancer, period. Any questions?
Yeah, tell me about this assault.
Why are the mercs working together to take down Archangel?
You haven't been on Omega long, huh? He does everything he can to screw with us. Shipments go missing, operations are compromised. Every month it gets worse. Tarek and the other bosses are tired of losing credits. And men.
Tarek? Who's that?
Is he a heavy hitter? How many merc bosses are involved in this attack?
Yeah, Tarek runs the Blue Suns, but all three bosses are overseeing the operation. Jared's leading the Eclipse and Garm's the head of the Blood Pack. Tarek's in charge, but the others would never say that. I'm surprised they're in on this at all, but I guess getting rid of Archangel is worth it.
So, what can you tell me about why you guys are all after this Archangel?
Seems like a lot of trouble for just one guy.
You had a whole team, but we dealt with them. Now he's just one guy. But he's got the advantage. It's his base of operations and he knows we're coming. He's planned for an attack like this. Lost a lot of men trying to get to him already.
So yeah, we'll be on his playing field.
It's gonna be tough to get to him.
Like chasing a Vorch out of the sewer pipes. But that's why we're recruiting. If we just keep throwing fighters at him, we'll get him eventually.
Jeez. So what is the plan of attack? It just sounds like throwing cannon fodder at him.
What do we do once we're there? How do we get to Archangel?
The mercs will tell you when you get there. Last I heard, they were putting the freelancers into scouting groups. They attack in waves to distract Archangel while we try to get past his defenses.
So yeah, we'll just serve as a distraction, huh?
So we're just fodder for his bullets?
If you don't like it, don't sign up. But if you do your job right, it's easy credits. Besides, what are the odds he can kill all of you?
All right, that's comforting. Where's he at? Any idea? Obviously, I think you guys do have an idea, but you enlighten me.
Where's the attack taking place?
Archangel's base of operations. He's been hiding right under our noses. I can't tell you exactly where you're going, but we'll get you there.
All right.
Where do we go?
Just head over to the transport depot outside the club. One of our boys will take you from there. Send in the next one.
Hey, is this where I sign up?
Ain't you just about a... Looks like a kid, man.
You look a little young to be freelancing as a merc.
I'm old enough. I grew up on Omega. I know how to use a gun.
You'll need to know more than that if you want to survive.
Sounds like Jenkins'
I
voice.
can handle myself. Besides, I just spent 50 credits on this pistol, and I want to use it.
Get your money back.
Hey, what are you...
Trust me, kid. You'll thank me later.
Yep, and you would have checked out like Jenkins too. If you don't do that, you get smoked right away. Looking at that, we're already at like yeah, we're already approaching an hour. So I don't know that I am gonna start that mission because I don't want to rush through it, and I don't want this episode either to be 2 hours. So we might do a little bit of exploring here on Omega just to do that, and then in the next mission we'll go right to getting Gareth. Oops, Gareth. Honestly, the first time I did play this, I didn't see it coming. They did fool me. I didn't know that. Well, as I said, I came to this game late. Outside of that music, pretty loud. So I wasn't playing these games when the marketing was going on for this game and stuff. So I don't know. Maybe you guys can let me know if they had let on that Gareth would be back. I imagine they did, but maybe not. And so maybe it was a mystery to people that, as I imagine it likely was a mystery that, you know, you're off to recruit this Archangel guy. And for me, when I came to this game in 2011, I think it was when I first played it, I had no idea that this was going to be Gareth. I was definitely pleasantly surprised. Anyway, let's speak to Helena Blake.
Commander Shepard? Is that you? I'd heard you were dead. I'm Helena Blake. We met a few years ago. I don't expect you'd remember. You removed
I
two
remember.
criminal warlords from power and persuaded me to retire. I'll never forget it.
Yeah, what brings you here?
What brings you to Omega?
What brings anyone to Omega? Opportunity, success, failure, all of the above? I find this place suits me. I can bring it a certain air of civility, I suppose.
Are you still on the up and up though? Because I told you to, walk the straight and narrow.
And now you're on Omega. Once a criminal, always a criminal, eh?
Oh no, Commander. I retired. I know better than to go back on my word with you. You convinced me to turn my life around. I'm a social worker now, believe it or not.
Is she buying that?
Is that what you're calling it these days?
That's what it's called when a person works for the betterment of the people around her. Doing the good work in a place like this requires that one understand how things truly work, which makes me uniquely qualified.
Well, that's true, as long as you are being true and being, honest in your work, then, yeah. Shepard won't be so cynical, but it's very noble of you if this is true. And it is good to hear, but...
That's more noble than I expected.
Noble? No. It's just that someone came along a few years ago and made me see the error of my ways. You convinced me that I could use my contacts and skills for things other than smuggling and exploitation. I thank you for that.
Yep, it is good to hear.
Well, I'm glad to hear you're keeping out of trouble.
Thank you. This is all to your credit, Commander.
Alright, catch you around.
I have to go.
Of course. You
Should
must
go.
have more important things to do.
I do. Like, I'm gonna go check up and run into Fist. See what that asshole's up to. Think Shep can dance over here? Yep, we'll go ahead and let her cut loose for just a sec. There's old Shepherd Shuffle. Yep. Very famous Shepherd Shuffle. Had to get that out of her system. We'll deal with that later. Or she can get it, hit up another stripper.
So, either of you ever been to the Citadel?
I have.
Shepard? I heard you were dead. I had a party and everything. No hard feelings, though, huh? No, really. Thanks for taking the time to chase a small-time crook off the Citadel so I could squat in this shithole for years.
Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, you're very welcome.
And if you leave the straight and narrow, I'll be there to follow up.
Right, because you don't have planets to save and bigger shit like that. Nothing better to do than keep me down.
Yep.
Goddamn saviors of the galaxy. Messing with a man's living.
Oh, darn. That's alright. You're a piece of shit. I like giving you hassle. Giving you shit. I'm giving you hassle. Yeah. Definitely looking pretty shitty around here. Yep. Yeah, we'll talk to him later. We'll deal with the shop over there later. Alright, let's see what this is about.
I like the seedier towns. They're prettier. They value their
Prettier.
light. They don't have god-awful neon everywhere, like Ilium or the Citadel. Just the light of people living, moving from place to place. Just enough to know people live there.
Alright. You say so, Kasumi. This looks pretty freaking jacked up around here. Yep, we'll be doing all this here after we recruit Garrus in the next one. We have all these shops. Now with the preacher here. Oh, okay. Hold on. Alright, sorry about that. That's all right. I'm gonna be bringing this to a close anyway, and we'll deal with Ish here when we have Jacob and Miranda with us.
Which one is Miranda?
Well, yeah, Miranda's obviously getting called on by him, but yeah, we will be being right over here and starting this mission as soon as we come back next time. So we'll end it here. Like I said, I didn't want to run through that mission where I'm not being able to have full conversation. I'm trying to rush through it just to keep it at a reasonable time because I didn't want to have a 2.5 hour video, even a 2 hour one. So we will do that next time. I appreciate you joining me here. I'm having a blast. Even though this one didn't have action, the next one definitely will have plenty of action, and we'll go from there. Though, thank you so much for joining me. Hello there, Mr. Blue Sun. I'm surrounded by blue suns, it seems. Anyway, thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you can continue to follow the adventures here of Bella Shepherd. And I thank you so much. Catch you around. Later.